The thing with the liberalism is that it has a very particular idea about peace and also how to bring about that peace. And it doesn't entail going around the world and telling people that, look, your way of life is primitive and it's out of date, and that you need to leave it even though you are following it for hundreds of years, thousands of years, and we've got a better system. No, it doesn't work like this. It requires brutal wars. It requires long-term projects. It requires toppling governments, in many cases democratically elected governments, because means are not important. The end is, and the end is that the whole world needs to be secular, liberal. And if that liberalism can be introduced through dictatorship, yeah, fine. If that is through democracy, that's fine. If a particular democracy does not agree with your version of liberalism, that democracy is not going to be there. And this is how it has been, particularly after the Second World War. You can find a number of different examples. So, for example, if you look at Afghanistan or Iraq or even Vietnam, the pretext is always beautiful, that you're fighting against extremists or communists or, people who mean to do great harm to the Western civilization. So you go after them. So there's a heroic effort. That is what you present your own people with. And then what happens is war happens, war finishes, you overtake the government, and then a long project of nation building kicks in, in some cases 20 years, And what happens in those nation building projects is that you don't go around to build religious institutes. You don't go and tell people that we are going to give you your old way of life back. No, it's always about putting the liberal puppet government, imposing on people. So imposing liberalism on people through their own chosen people, creating liberal institutions, liberal education to change way people think, change way people go about their lives. And all that is greatly supported by the Western media that has unprecedented reach over the world, and powerful lobbies, powerful institutes, global institutes, supranational entities such as United Nations and you name it. All of them, they just simply step aside, and occasionally you hear a statement of resentment, and that's about it. So the idea of you are the bad people and we are here to fix you, and we will do so forcefully, and the result of that is that the world will become peaceful. This is how stupid it is. I mean, it doesn't matter how many academic spins you apply on that. The simple, brutal, honest fact of the matter is that we are going to change you because you are savages and barbarians, and we are civilized people. And it doesn't matter how we achieve it, we are going to achieve it. And if you say anything against that, well, we already told you that you are barbarians.